Hi crafters! This is Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I'm here with a fun little project I posted on my Instagram, which I will link below, a picture of this tag I made from some paper doll fabric that I had gotten. I don't even know what year it's from, but it had all these cute little sweet paper dolls on there, and then except they're not paper, they're made of fabric. And anyway, so I thought, what can I do with these? And I decided to put them on tags. So I made this, I posted it, and then everybody thought it was really cute and they wanted to know where they could get it. So I decided to share the love, and I made some kits to put in my Etsy shop, which I will link below. It is called Preppy Crafty Girl on Etsy, but I'll put a link below where you can get them also. And I have 6 kits. Oh, I'm missing one. I believe there were 6. I only have, oh no, here's 6. Yeah, I have 6 of them going in. So I thought I'd make one now so you can see how I created my tag. I did put a little twist on it when I was playing around with this little guy here. So I decided I would add a few more elements to the tag, and then I just created little kits for you. And then you'll not only get the one outfit, so these are not sewn or glued or anything yet. That's going to be up to you how you want to attach them. And I also gave you another outfit for the same doll and some other little items in here to finish out the tag. So that is those. Let's get started. Put these down. Sorry for the crinkling, but you know how that goes in the plastic. Okay, so in your kit, you're going to find a few things. You're going to find a tag. Now, these were tags that I made myself from file folders. There may be something that has a company name here. I think there's one of them, but if you got one like that, then you're going to get a sheet of my tea dyed or coffee dyed paper that you can glue on the back to cover that. So it'll cover the whole back of the tag. If you didn't get one of those, then you're just going to get just the plain tag. So you're going to have that. Then, so here, so you'll get a sheet like this, and then all you do is glue it to the back and trim around or tear around it, and that will cover that little company logo on the file folder. All right, then in your kit you will get a paper doll, and you will get 2 outfits. I only have 1 outfit with this little guy right now. Because I knew I was doing one for myself and I didn't feel like cutting out both outfits. So you will get 2 outfits in your kit. I have this one. I have a patriotic book that I have a journal that I've been working on for a few years. I don't have it here in where I am right now. And but anyway, so when I saw him, he's supposed to be George Washington. I was like, I've got to make this tag. So I'm turning him into my tag for today. So we're going to do a little George Washington one. You'll get a piece of, I think this was called mulberry paper. So you'll get a piece of mulberry paper in your kit, some little size, and then a couple sheets of like scraps of paper that we're going to use. So I believe in your kit, that will come in there. You'll see it on the front of the kit. All right, and then you'll have a piece of embossed paper. So for the guys, I used the wood grain. For the ladies, I used floral, I believe. Yeah. And then for the guys, I did this kind of pattern out of, and I did this work for you, so the work is already done. I did it with the Tim Holtz modeling paste, and went through one of his stencils, and I stenciled the background paper for you, so you don't have to do that. Yay! Okay, and pretty much you have everything you need, and then you will also get, ooh, I don't have that out here. You'll get a snap, which I will show you how to do, and then I put in a piece of fabric so you can use it as your tag topper if you desire. If not, you can just leave yours blank. But I included in your kit one of these snaps, which is also the hole. So you don't even if you don't have the ability to make a set an eyelet, you can definitely do these, and they still finish off the hole because they just, yeah, like I said, they snap together. You don't need any kind of tool. So we're going to take the tag, and then all you'll need is some source of glue. I am using an Uhu glue stick. You can use a glue stick. You could use any kind of wet glue, anything you want. Fabri-Tac would work nice, but I found for something that is just going to go in my journal, I'm just going to start out using, I used the Uhu on this, and I put my girl down with it, and she is not coming up. She is set on there pretty well, enough to put in my journal. So I'm going to use this. And then the first thing you're going to do is you are going to apply the glue, to the sheet music that came in your kit. Oh, oops. And let's see. I just used a scrap from my bin, so I don't even know if this will fit. But we will make it work. So first we start, so we're going to work at the bottom of the tag, working our way up to the top, because we're going to layer these items on top of each other. So my first layer is going to be my sheet music. For you, I think everybody pretty much got the same sheet music. And then I am just going to roll my excess over. I'm not going to worry about tearing or whatever. I glued this piece pretty good. I might tear off that little teeny bit, or you can just cut it with your scissor, however you feel led to roll. Trim off the excess, or you can just fold it over. Okay, once you have that down, you can also use some kind of, I have a room key from a hotel, and you can press that down nice and flat, make sure it's sealed to your tag pretty well. All right, next up is going to be the embossed paper. So you're going to take your embossed paper, and you are going to, I like mine a little jaggy, so I would say probably about 1.5 inches. It's up to you. If you want to use this whole piece, go ahead and put that at the top, and then you can come in here and you can judge where you want to put your paper like that, right? Then what you're going to do is, now I have an extra little piece, so I didn't make mine as wide because I have an extra little piece because there is a apple here, and because it's George Washington, there was a whole argument whether he did chop down a cherry tree or if it was a crab apple tree or an apple tree. So there's this whole little like argument. So on mine, I just got an extra little sheet for mine, and I'm just going to tuck that under there and then put that there. But that was only because of it's George Washington. Now you can add your own papers to this, and you can, zhuzh it up your own way, however you feel fit. All right, so let's throw some glue on the back of the embossed piece. And again, I will put that over this. And sometimes I wait until it's all down. Now, the embossed piece, I'm not going to go over with a card because it will flatten out your embossing, I noticed. So learn from my lesson. Then my next piece is going to be this, and I think I'm going to tear the top off. Save your scraps. These are always fun to stamp numbers, or also fill in little places that you may have missed. So again, I'm going to apply some glue to this. Put this here. And then I'm going to add this to the top, and I may kind of tear this a little bit more. It's done pretty straight across, and I think I want it a little more jaggy edged. And then I'm going to glue this. See, there's really no drying time since I took the work out of it for you and did the modeling paste. Okay, now with the modeling paste, what I'll end up doing is turning it over, and I will take my card, and I'll probably just go over the whole back just to make sure I have that stuck down pretty nice. And then I'm going to take my scissors, or you could tear, but I'm just, for time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and just cut. I'm also going to cut that paper off at the corner of the tag, and then back down the other side. Okay, and that is covering your tag. That's about all that goes in and tails into that. Now you're going to take your mulberry paper, and with the mulberry paper, in order to get this nice soft edge, if you want that soft kind of little furry edge, what you can do is, some people take a paintbrush and go down, but literally I don't want to waste my time. I take water. I have a little bottle of water that I use. I have a spray bottle of it too, but sometimes when I'm mixing inks and things like that, a little water bottle that is just a spout and you just pour it on your table is awesome. And I am just going to go ahead and place it on here with my finger and make just a finger line. It's much easier than getting out a brush or taking a water brush and blah, blah, blah. But you can take a water brush. I've got one here. And what I want to do is I want to figure out how much of this I want to add, because I probably put it down here at the bottom because I want to keep the apple in view. Let's see. Yeah, I've got room for I have room for the apple still sitting there. And then I want to put a piece of this down. So I'm going to use my water brush. You can take your water brush and figure out maybe this much. And I'm going to cut along the top. But the water just makes it easier to rip. And you get that nice kind of fluffy edge. So I did that there. But like I said, you can use your finger. But if you want a more accurate line, use a water brush. Okay, now I'm just going to tuck this in down here. Or do I want to go over there? I don't need a lot of it. I just wanted to add a little bit of visual interest. So I think I'm just going to add that there. And again, even if you don't like to use the mulberry paper, hey, you know, comes in your kit, but you don't have to use it if you don't want to use it. So I'm going to put this right here. I just kind of want it coming out the edge. All right. And that's about it. Now what I'm going to do is glue him down, and I want to get him good and glue. Lots of glue on him. So I'm just using a piece of scrap paper to glue, and I'm going to get him really good and gooey with this Oohoo glue, or if you have Fabri-Tac, use Fabri-Tac or any kind of glue that you prefer using for gluing fabric. So, all right, very sticky, hence glue. It's for sticking. Okay, so let's get him down here. Oops. Okay, so I've got him down, and then I'm going to add in the wig. You know, they wore wigs back then. I believe Parliament still has to wear wigs, if I'm not mistaken, in the UK. I think they still wear wigs, don't they? I'm not sure. Okay. So let's add George Washington's little wiggy on here. Now you may have a hat. And I noticed some of the hats you have to tuck. If you want them to look right, you need to tuck them behind the ear. I did notice that. So if you get one with a hat, you may have to play around with the placement before you glue it down. There he is in all his glory. And now I'm just going to glue the outfit on because we don't want him in his little undergarments. So again, just being very generous with the adhesive, going on all the edges. And I'm going to start at the neck, make it kind of look normal so his shoulders are covered. And then And there is that. Okay. Let's put the cap on. And he is stuck down. I had to move him over, which again, I believe I cut the tags pretty much, but if you have a little piece hanging off, just cut it off. You'll never even know it was there. Doesn't like mess with their garment at all. The other thing you could use is if you want to use the second outfit, you could use Tack It Over Again. It's a product by Aleene's. It's called Tack It Over, I think. Tack It Over Again or Tack It Over and Over. And that will make things repositionable. So, or you could use some, I know Elmer's makes a repositionable glue stick because I use it in my planner. So if you want to do that and you want to change out his outfits, like say you're going to just use it on a display and you want to change out the girl's outfit, you can use it, tack it over, and then that way you could exchange the outfits. For him, I'm just going to always keep him as George Washington because he's going in that journal. And yeah, so okay, I don't know why I have two of these, but I do. Okay, next up, I'm going to take my hole and I'll have to repunch it. And for that, I'm going to use my We Are Memory Keeper Power Punch. But if you have any hole punch, you can just go in and re-hole. I believe this is 1/4 of an inch, if I'm not mistaken. So you'll need a 1/4 inch hole punch. I believe that is a standard size hole punch if you have just one of those vintage metal hole punching things. Okay, and then what you want to do is you can choose between this side or this side being what you see. I like the flat side on the top because it has little dots all the way around, so I tend to put that to the front of my tags. And I'm just, this is so simple. You just put it through the hole, and because my fabric squished through there, I've got to work a little bit at getting the fabric down. Okay, so you might need to press, if your fabric comes through like mine came through, you may need to press around the base of your snap in order for it to snap. So if you're having issues, that's the issue. Take this side and leave the small, there's like a small little lip around it, and then it goes to a bigger lip, and you want to take the wider end, the one that curls under, and you're going to put that on top of the other piece, and you just snap it, and it's done. Easy peasy. Okay, then I put in your kits, everybody got a piece of fabric, and for this, how I like to put it through the hole is I use these dental floss threaders, and these are by Gum, but if you don't have them, you can just put it through any way you can. But I find this is a nice little trick. It was taught to me by a card maker, and I'm like, that is genius. Okay, so I'm going to take my fabric. I'm going to fold it, and then in the loopy end, or you could just, I don't see why you can't just use dental floss for this, or string, but anything that goes through that hole. And I'm just threading it through, and then I'm just going to tug it. Now this I need to hold on to the snap, because I remember doing this on my dog one, and it was a little tricky because it is thick. Oops, I just broke that. However, I'm just going to take, if I can get it through the hole. Yeah, this is what happens when I swear it's not that hard. This is what happens when you're on camera. Stuff like this happens. Of course, I don't have tweezers. If I had tweezers, I could just grab that little piece. It's really not this hard, people. Promise you. Please, if you're using scissors, do not stab yourself. Okay, wait. Let me see. I think I have a pokey tool. If I can just poke it. You almost need something that's a little dull. The pokey tool is just going through the fabric. It's not really poking the item through. But maybe I can. This is where I should, if I was a good YouTube person, here it comes, I would be careful not to pull your snap thingy out. I would go ahead and edit this. But this is real life and everybody needs to see this. I'm just saying. Oh my goodness. My other one was not this difficult. But if you're struggling, just know that I struggled too. But I'm holding on to the snap the whole time because I don't want to tear my tag. Okay, here we go. Well, I say here we go. Maybe I should have cut this a little bit thinner than I did cut it. There. Oh, come on, I'm almost there. Oh yeah, here it comes. I feel like I'm delivering a baby. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm twisting and pulling it, and that seems to be working. Come on. I'm up. It doesn't need to come out much more in order for me to put... There's the loop. Okay. There's the loop. That's all I needed. Once the loop is through, you can just thread your little ends through. But woo! That was some work. My suggestion is when you get this little piece of fabric, maybe make it a little bit not as wide. Or you just work through it and it'll go. Okay, then once you get that loop through, you can tuck the tails through the loop. Ah, I got it. Oh my goodness. And there you have your adorable little tag. Now, what I ended up doing on my other tag was I did found poetry. And what I mean by that is you can take any kind of book paper. So if you have any old book or a magazine or anything like that, let me see if I can find some book paper. Okay. And what you do is you just look for words. So, okay, see, I know he was a great leader. So I have like the word lead, and I may put like lead to the let me see. I could put okay, I could put like we reach the great, oh, here it is. Look, I've got brave right here. So I can put, so I will just start like cutting words out. And then that I like, and then I'll come up with something. So here's, I want lead. And it doesn't mean it has to make total sense. And then we have, I think I just saw the word people somewhere. Oh, here, lead, served. And I could even cut the A out and do like led, he led, served. Oh, how about he once? There we go. Okay, so this is what I can do. He. And then what you'll do is you will just glue them down. And I kind of start midway in his body somewhere, and then I kind of go across. So I'm going to start over to the right, and then I'm going to put, or I'm going to do down here at the bottom. So he, and then this one. And if you have tweezers for this, when you're dealing with one letter, or two letters, tweezers are good. I don't have a pair, so I'm gonna do he led, he, and you can use multiple different books. He led, or you just stamp it onto paper and then just stick it down, or you just stamp it down. But I always like this look, and I like the hunt. So he led, oh, he led and served many. How about that? He led, I need that word and. I'm sure there is an and. Oh, I could put, oh, there's the word he, now I found it. Noble, I like that. I may put like just some words that mean something too on here. He, like I could do those up here, like noble. If I see words that, willing, that's a good word for him. Put that on here. And then what was I going to put? People. I need to find people or men or, ooh, defend. That's a good word. So this is out of a book called Monuments of the Middle Ages. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just random. You could use any book or any magazine. Okay. He led to defend. He led, served. I need and. To defend. Oh, people. Here we go. See that? All from one sheet. He led, served, to defend people. He led and served. I need an and. How is there no and? Isn't that like one of the biggest? How about he led his army? Oh, and, I found it. This one actually says he led his army and. That's what I want. Okay. He led his army and served to defend. I do need the. Served to defend the. There's the people. Yay. Okay, so that wasn't too much torture for you guys. If it was, just fast forward it. Okay. Nice thing about the fast forward button. Let's get that out. Whoops. Besides, I'll never know, and I won't be offended, because I won't know that you fast forwarded through a section that was boring. Okay. He led his army and served to defend the people. Yes. Okay, my last and final thing that I did to my other tag was I gone in with paint. I used pink, but pink won't work on this. I'm not going to use paint. What I'm going to end up using is some of this is called a graphite stick. This one is 2B, so it's nice. It's water soluble, and I just go around and kind of make these words stick out. So I'm just taking it, I'm drawing around them. Now what I like to do is I do use my and it does go over fabric. I do use my watercolor, my water brush, but you don't have to. You could use a pencil if you want to do at this point. The graphite stick, the water soluble graphite stick's nice because it will just give a nice drop shadow. But like I said, on my other one I used paint and a little paintbrush. But I'm just going to use this water soluble graphite stick, and I'm just going to go around and kind of smudge that just to shadow around the words so you can see that shadow. And then I will be finished, and I hope you enjoyed this little project. Again, I will have these in my shop. When you're watching this video, you can head over to Preppy Crafty Girl on Etsy. I will put a link below the video if you want to get one for yourself. But you can use all these techniques any other way. And that is my thing. If you want to go around and ink the edge, you can. If you want to go around with your graphite pen, you can. But I hope you enjoyed making this little tag with me. Sorry about the little snafu about getting the fabric through the snap. It was a little tight. But yeah, so have a great day and keep crafting. Thank you.